What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rob back with another video, and I'm here to give you my long-term review of the Galaxy Flip 4 and why I think this may possibly be Samsung's second best phone of 2022. Now, let's get this out the way. What I think is the first best phone is the Ultra 22. I really think that's the phone, might be the phone of the year, but I'm really think that the Flip 4 comes in a very close second. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a big difference in what makes the 22 Ultra better. 4K display, better battery life, better cameras. But with all that being said, the minimal build of the phone itself is probably one of my favorite things about it. Very inconspicuous, very low key. Even though this phone is what I call an eye catcher, it doesn't draw a lot of attention. If you really need to take a quick peek at it and not bring too much attention to yourself, this probably is the perfect phone to do that with, especially with the back display. It does give out quite a bit of information without you having to open the phone up. So my number one reason why I think this phone is what makes this phone unique is the minimal build. Now, the 1080 panel on this, in my opinion, Samsung don't make just regular 1080 panels. I think their 1080 panels are better than some companies' 2K and 4K panels. I really like the saturation of this screen itself. Color reproduction on it is very accurate in my opinion. And just the way the colors are saturated in this 1080 panel, I really don't feel like I'm losing out too much in comparison to a 4K. Plus, there's a very good reason why there must be a 1080 panel on it. Is basically the size format of the back of this phone and the amount of power this battery does put out. A 1080 panel does help with saving battery, which brings me to battery life. Now, battery life is something that's very unique from person to person. Everybody's use case varies, and you pretty much can get any type of battery life you can from any phone, depending on your usage. Now, don't get me wrong, us techies like to say that try to figure out if you can go from 7 in the morning to 7 at night without charging it, and that's on the rare occasion if you leave a charger. But let's be real, most people will at least charge their phone once, if not twice, during the course of a day. And a lot of people in general really do have poor battery charging habits, but in a lot of ways you can kind of like I said, go once, maybe twice throughout your day and pretty much get through if you are a heavy user. But again, if you have to get through a whole day and you know you don't have your charger, trust me, you will adjust your usage. You won't be using it as much. You won't be watching videos as much, knowing that you don't have no way of charging this phone. So that's why I kind of think battery tests are a little overrated when it comes to YouTube. Now, the next reason why I think this phone is really like one of the best phones is the style and look of this phone. Using it in different formats, this phone basically, in my opinion, is very unique. Like I said, it's a kind of phone that's able to be minimal, but at the same time catch a lot of people's eye with this look, folding it, the display, taking selfies, pictures, you know, just a whole array of things that make this phone unique. Don't get me wrong, the Fold does the same thing, but usually questions persist after somebody is, you know, awestruck at looking at the Fold, is about how do you carry that phone, or what ways do you know, how do you know, you got bigger pockets, or whatever the situation is. That's usually the next question that follows when it comes to the Fold. Whereas the Flip, the thing about the Flip that draws a lot of people to is, yes, it does fold, but the convenience of the phone, the size of the phone, which makes it a much more attractive package. And the final reason why I think really unique and why I've been enjoying it is that this phone is perfect for social media. Just the basic form factor of this display sets you up for things perfectly for like TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. This phone, when you see it, it just screams social media, social media phone. Which brings me to like my final thought about the phone though itself. In a lot of ways, Samsung markets this phone, I think, I don't know, it's unintentionally to women. And to me, I think as a young lady, I would be kind of insulted that you're trying to box me into thinking that a phone that folds in this manner is something that's meant for women only. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been looking at a lot of Samsung ads, and they in the beginning, they kind of try to push it as a young people phone, but I've been seeing a few commercials where the emphasis has been on advertising it towards women. And to me, I think that's kind of narrow-minded of them to think that women don't appreciate tech, period. But that's Samsung, and maybe that's what the people at in their marketing department think who would appreciate this phone. But I really do think Samsung's hurting themselves. They really should try to push this phone out to males and females alike, and at least broaden the range of flip phones and using it in all form factors. Because believe it or not, I think no matter if you're a young person, whether you're male or female, they appreciate this minimal look and feel, and it goes into how they live their lives from a fashion standpoint, social media, and what have you. So something like this, I think, will have way more appeal than a fold. I think a fold phone tends to appeal more to maybe a over 30 crowd that can appreciate something like that phone as far as like a fold when you're using it as like a business tool. So, that's pretty much my opinion of how I think Samsung has probably should market their folding devices going forward in the future. So that pretty much does it for like my long-term review of the Flip 4. I really like this phone. I really appreciate it for all the things that I mentioned in this video. And at the same time, I wish it can do more. I wish it had better cameras. But hopefully going forward in the Flip 5, we will get that. But again, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share your opinions down below about the Flip 4. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys later. I'm out.